All right, it's another week. Donovan Sadiq, I'm in the house. It is silly season. And I'm going to give you guys an update what's going on in the Inland Empire and Moreno Valley in particular. For those that don't know, Moreno Valley had the biggest ride in FBI history. And we got a lot of stuff going on in the city of Moreno Valley. I want to welcome and thank my co-host, Demetra K from the Demetra K Show.
Hey.
You had a very, very hot topic last week.
I did. I saw there was quite a few viewers.
Yeah, quite a few viewers
Yes.
Attacking Catholicism.
Oh, God, yeah. No, I didn't have a hot show.
Yeah.
You was on the hot. We actually changed the name of the show that day to the hot seat because
seat.
you were on the hot seat.
I was on the hot seat. Now, as a disclaimer, for all my fellow Catholics, I am not a spokesman for the Catholic Church.
We found that out.
Yes, I am not a spokesman for the Catholic Church. And you did see recently, and it was kind of funny that we were talking about that subject because the Pope came out the very next day and made an apology. Now,
Yes.
do you think that apology is going to be enough to let's move on, let's get along?
Didn't they apologize before?
They sure did.
Oh,
They sure did.
well,
What do you people want?
well, from what I understand, especially with Philadelphia, the allegations go as far back as 1960.
Yes.
So-
it goes back farther than that.
That's a lot of years, okay?
But what do you want us
What,
to do?
60 years?
But
almost?
But what do you want us to do?
What do we want you to do?
He apologized again. The top man said, "Hey,
Apology?
we failed y'all."
You did read some of the heinous things that was done to these children, right? Mm-hmm. That would apology be enough for you if that was your child or you?
Well, absolutely not. But then again, we are in a country that we are against prostitution, legalizing prostitution, all these other stuff. But
Be
we have
careful.
wait. But we have a $12 billion pornography industry. We are in a country that is.
You know, we talking about sex crimes towards children.
No,
Okay.
exactly. No, but what I'm saying is we're very hypocritical here. And, as long as it didn't happen to our child, what's the big deal?
Well, yeah, I always say don't advocate for somebody else when you wouldn't advocate for yourself. And so, is it apology enough? No, I mean, per some of the things that I read that happened to those children, I couldn't imagine. Keep your apology. Why don't you guys go to hell in a handbasket with gasoline draws on?
Damn.
That would be
That's
like,
how you feel.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Well,
And then have some of those things done to you that you did to these babies before you do all of that.
I wouldn't want to be in a
They better be,
ring
as
with
my
you,
dad
yeah.
sometimes say, they better be happy I ain't got to switch.
Pops be saying that?
Oh yes.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
I'm going to have to get him straight. Pops is...
Better be happy.
what am I doing with that, man? But anyway, and that was a good topic. If you guys are interested, please check out Demetra K, the Demetra K Show, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time live. You can talk to her; she will talk back.
I will talk back.
It's an interactive type show, and she will let you know what is really, really going on. And guys, forgive me if I'm like looking down and up because what it is, I've got to let everybody know we're on. And since I'm the technician, the host, the clown, the whole shebang, I got to
Just
do it
call
all.
him Jack.
Yeah,
Jack of all
trades, master of none. But what I want to talk about before I even get started, you guys need to save the date. The Paris Veterans Day Parade and Celebration is going to be going on November 3rd, and that's a Saturday at Saturday in Paris. And it's honoring all those who served. You got the Coast Guard, the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, and the Army. This was given to me by Pastor Don, who is the pastor of Reflections Ministries. And, of course, I got to apologize because we do not have the Space Force emblem on there since we're having a new branch of the military.
For real?
Yeah.
They're designing it.
Yeah, they're designing it. So
Yes.
he should have put it like a little symbol
Right.
over there, whatever. So, but anyway.
Coming soon.
Yes. Join us for our Tribute to Veterans Parade in downtown Paris on November 3rd, starting at 10 a.m., followed by a Veterans Day celebration honoring God and country first and all our brave veterans. After the parade celebration, there will be a classic car show. So all of us that are from the Inland Empire, we are no strangers to car shows and classic cars riding up and down our bad, bumpy, messed up streets.
Are you taking your classic car out there?
No. The Grey Ghost will be in the garage.
Okay.
Yeah, the Grey Ghost will be in the garage. But this is the kind of stuff, because I know my brother watches the show, listens to the show, that makes him mad all the way down in Gulfport, Mississippi, because they don't appreciate classic cars like we do here in the West Coast.
Oh, yeah,
And
we're
so,
big on the classic cars.
yeah, classic cars, and you got a lot of Christians that are
The Route 66.
Yeah,
the
Route
show,
66. Yeah, the whole shebang, and that outlaw biker life. You're a Christian, but you're an outlaw at the same time. That bad
Ooh.
boy thing. So you see,
Right.
so you see these old, not old, but these mature women that put on, they're about my age, if not older, and they put on their chaps and their thongs, and they put their things out, still reliving the days of just being ratchet. And it's a show within itself. But I do love it because the people are so friendly. And the music, old school music, the R&B, the
with
local,
chaps and thongs on, huh?
yeah, they be out there grilling, doing their thing. So the after parade celebration is going to be a classic car show with a classic motorcycle show. There's going to be a concert in the park. There's going to be comedians and guest veteran speaker. Guess who the guest veteran speaker is?
You?
No.
Well, who else would? Nothing else matters if it ain't you.
Yeah, you would think, but.
God.
But unfortunately, they had to pass on
The
me
guest
right now.
veteran speaker.
He is a known train killer.
And it's not you?
It's not. No, I'm not a killer. I'm a lover. I was in the Air Force. So, Marine officer, train killer, deep into the community. Very Christian man. He ran in the supervising district. Alty Holcomb will be the guest veteran speaker. And if you guys haven't heard this brother speak, he speaks the real, keeps it real, tells it like it is. Not like I tell it like it is, but
I haven't actually heard him speak, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah, but I really think that was a missed opportunity not to have that brother looking out for our interest on the supervision boards and stuff like that. But he's going to be the guest veteran speaker. All kinds of food's going to be out there. There's going to be raffle and prizes and so much more. This is hosted by the City of Paris, Reflections Christian Fellowship. Pastor Don's church is once again involved.
Oh, well, all right.
The American Legion and the Paris Veterans of Foreign Wars. And you do not have to be a veteran to participate. We are just getting together to fellowship and celebrate these great heroes, because those of us have got to remember. And I was getting roasted on Dee's show. They don't support veterans on Dee's show.
Yeah,
I'm messing with it. Yeah, no. The thing is, you got to have people that are going to defend this country and your rights to do whatever it is you do.
Okay, so like you said, I didn't have to be a veteran to go. So
Right.
will you defend my right to wear my chaps and my thong if I want to show up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's clear. Your sister, if y'all want to wear absolutely. Y'all got more than enough. More than enough. So
I'm putting on my things to do list.
yeah, there you go. There you go. So please turn out for that, and it's going to be a great thing. A lot of stuff in the Moreno Valley City newspaper. Idiot mayor of Moreno Valley, Gutierrez, given himself an award from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Okay,
What
can you
a
explain how do you
surprise.
do that? How do you give yourself an award?
Let's see. The Chamber of Commerce is Hispanic. He's of Hispanic descent.
Okay.
Who else are they going to give the award to?
Because I'm envisioning him saying, and for this year's honoree, it's me.
Right,
And then
right.
he handed him himself.
Well, he might as well, give
right.
himself the thing. I mean,
And what's the award for now?
the award is for stealing.
Really?
Basically stealing ideas that wasn't his. And I'm going to give you an example. And this is a quote right out of here in the paper. Again, you guys are saying, well, he's da-da-da. I don't want you to think that I don't want to be
brought your
misquoted.
receipt.
Right. I brought my receipt. Mayor Houston Gutierrez has been named the 2018 recipient of the Moreno Valley Hispanic Chamber of Commerce inaugural Influential Leadership Award in Public Service.
Is that really one title?
Yeah, it's one title. If y'all need some good PR, this is the woman to contact. What is that? 19576, whatever. Recognizing the mayor's commitment to job creation. What jobs have you created, Mayor? It's been 4 or 5 years. What jobs have you created? Warehouse jobs? That's something to be applauded. Hey, you brought in minimum wage jobs that attract low-income homeless people to the city and a bunch of trucks.
And that people really can't afford to live
Right,
off
you
that
can't
salary.
live off
That's
of
not
that
a
salary.
working living wage.
Right. So for job creation, continued fiscal prudence, which he has nothing to do with because we have a city manager. The mayor is he doesn't make these decisions. Tom DeSantis makes those decisions. He's the city manager. Anyway, don't have me going on. Listen to these Edo-its. Continued fiscal prudence and innovative ideas to improve the quality of life for its residents, business owners, and visitors. I am honored and humbled to receive this honor from the Moreno Valley Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Mayor Gutierrez said. Idiot Mayor Gutierrez said. Our business community is a vital partner in ensuring our city continues to thrive. Where are the jobs? You keep talking about these businesses.
You know what I like to point out? Because I hear a lot of politicians, especially politicians, use the word thrive.
Right, thrive.
What
Where?
does that mean exactly? I mean, to me, that is one of the most overused words in politics. I want to help the city thrive. I want to help the job market thrive. I want to help the people thrive. Well, what does that mean?
Right.
Like when you say, because I hear that a lot. Do you have any ideas that?
No, like I said, it's just red meat for the base. It's just these words you've got to say. It's like when you're running for president. Notice that nobody, no matter how much money you give the military, they keep giving it more. No matter how much the intel community keeps failing, you keep giving it more money.
Right.
But without those two entities, the military-industrial complex, you will not be president. Because that is your job, to be a salesman. So even though we're not at war, our military expenditure keeps going up. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But we have no money for health care. We have no money for schooling. And that's another thing in politics. You say school, education. Even on the Democrat side, free education for everybody. It's a jarring word that you use. And it's just something that you just have to say if you want to be elected. Right, if you want to be elected. So, during his term, idiot Mayor Gutierrez led the creation of the city's award-winning higher mobile programs. Now, I'm going to dispel that rumor.
Let me drink my water.
Well, we don't even have to do that, Dee. You're not even a Moreno Valley resident. Mm-hmm. You know who started that program. And that person that started that program, he initially brought that program in 2008. His name is
Daryl Terrell.
Daryl Terrell, Mr. Moreno Valley.
And I don't even live out here, and I know that.
And you know that. And so they're giving an award to an idiot that everybody knows did not champion that. He did not.
Award to an idiot.
Yeah. You're giving this award to an idiot that did not do any of these things that you claim he did. But guess what? He's Hispanic.
Well, so basically he just, like you said originally, he stole someone else's ideas and passed them off as his own, which is plagiarism at its finest. I don't know. I just feel like if you're elected to do a job, shouldn't you do that job?
Right, but then again,
why take from everybody else? I mean, Daryl Terrell obviously worked hard to get that program off the ground. I mean, the couple times that I've gone to the circus called you guys at city council meetings, I've seen Daryl Terrell talk about the program, and so to get up and say that,
and he put it in public record.
And what he basically renamed it, though.
No, he didn't rename it. He used the exact same name.
Come on,
he plagiarized the whole give it a different name. Thing. No, he didn't say the idiot mayor's job idea creation for excellence project.
Well, golly.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I just think if you're elected to do a job, you should at least implement some, or if you're using other people's idea, give them the credit and say, this was brought to me, or I thought it was an excellent idea, so I took it and championed it to bring it to fruition, if indeed you did that.
Right.
You know?
And a good example is, everybody knows when LaDonna Jemson was a council member. At first, she tried to plagiarize my stuff, but I wasn't having it.
Okay.
And she had to admit that a lot of the ideas that she championed was because I was pushing her in the direction I needed her to go.
I just don't understand the thievery. Like, why this... You don't... Okay, the thievery is one thing, but then to think people are stupid and they're going to allow you to do that to them is another. Like, Daryl's supposed to just say, oh, well, I guess you came up with the program after all the blood, sweat, and tears that he put into it. Now this fool will come and take it and pass it off as his own.
And, it isn't like Daryl just said, okay, here's a program, here's an idea. He actually wrote out the structure of the program. It's in the public record. So anyway... The Moreno Valley Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is dedicated to promoting members of the Latino business community and the local business community as a whole and supporting strong leadership. So basically what they're saying is, if you ain't of Hispanic descent, you ain't getting shit.
Well, I'll also say this too, and I know you're trying to go on with something else, but if the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is giving him that award, then they should be taking a task as well, because they're giving him something that's they're honoring him with something that's disingenuous.
Right.
So what does that say about them?
Right, exactly, and it's quoted right here in the paper. This isn't Donovan saying this.
Don't you fact check people you give awards to?
No, it's just
make sure they actually did these things.
No, it's just like Denise Fleming. You're going to give her award in excellence for losing elections?
For real?
Didn't the
Yeah, but I'm
NAACP
just saying, is that what they said?
But that's basically, I mean, if you really look at it, that's what they gave her an award for. Not for her achievements. What achievements? There was none.
I would just say, apparently, just from what you tell me and from my summation of things, the bar
It's set
for
very low.
excellence is very low.
Very low.
Like people like me in the city. I step outside.
It's high school. It's high school.
Didn't get hit by a car. I get an award for that.
Right.
You survived.
Yeah, it's basically, this comes down to high school type thinking,
Right.
and it's just very, 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 very sad. If you guys have been watching the blogs on the Inland Empire Informer, you guys will notice.
Are those blogs or were those
yeah.
like
Okay.
WWE?
Yes. Let me give you the atomic elbow.
Hey,
Take another one. And I was giving them blows, wasn't I?
he was.
Okay, here's the thing, and this also shows you the people that are new to politics and don't know what the hell they're talking about. If you've been following me for such a long time, like me or hate me, the one thing that you gotta admit, I stand by what I believe, and that's the bottom line. You're not gonna unless you could. I very rarely reverse myself because I know what I'm doing and I know the facts and I know the issues.
It's a firm decision for you.
It's a firm decision for me. So if you're new to politics, don't come for me and don't think that I won't come for you.
Unless I sin for you.
Right. I am known as in this area.
Well, there's a few things.
Well, yeah.
Should I name the list of good things?
Yeah, no. Just list the one good thing. List the one good thing.
Well, one of them being the Duke of Edgemont.
I am the Duke of Edgemont, and I am named that because I've lived in this area so damn long. And you've been watching, there's been a back and forth between me and a person, and give him some props because he did retract a lot of what he did say. But again, one of the things that he said was, I don't have any street smarts. You're goddamn right, I don't have no damn street smarts. Thanks, I had a good mom and a good dad, and I lived a very privileged life in a military society where I didn't have to just go out there and do dumb shit.
Well, street smarts is nothing more than common sense.
Right. But, I mean, he was talking some street smart, like gang bullshit, stuff like that.
We can get into some real gangster shit.
Yeah, gangster shit.
He brought the back out on you.
Yeah, but and the thing is, he's a trained boxer and all this other stuff. And like I said, God
Please
bless
put
him.
that clip up.
Yeah.
Go from the Mac.
Yeah. But God bless him. He's in his 40s now. I'm in my 40s, and men, as men, we don't get down like that. And we're supposed to be examples in the community. No matter how mad you get at me and what I'm saying, politics is a very emotional thing. And
yeah, but you got.
We're supposed to be we're supposed to be the example to the younger people.
Well,
we're supposed to be.
I think we'd be remiss if we didn't say that there is some gangster stuff going on.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. But at our level, we are not going to get involved in that.
Yeah,
there's a way to do it.
They're not meeting you on the corner.
Yeah. We're not doing that. And like I said, if you've been in politics long enough to know, and you're gonna come for me, you better know what you're coming for. And I think he found out. One thing about me, and this is why I have not been sued successfully yet, is because I get documents and papers, and notice I don't really talk about regular people. I really don't, because I don't want to be sued for, whatever.
Basically, he's saying in a nutshell that he has the receipts. Okay?
Right. I have all the receipts.
He ain't just going to be out there talking loud with nothing, like my dad say, he's not going to be an empty wagon. Right.
So, and no shade to Raul. Like I said, the beef has been squashed. Everything is good. I made a believer out of him. Doesn't mean I won or lost. I'm not, trying to revelate in that. But what I'm saying is, when you get involved in politics, you better know what you're doing. Because if you support somebody a certain way and you act a certain way, you're costing that person votes.
Oh, absolutely. You're tied. You have been married to the person you are touting.
Right.
I mean, people see you as that spokesperson, which is why I always impress upon people, especially people I work with, be careful who you allow to speak on your behalf, who you allow to don your political clothing, whether it's T-shirts, any of that stuff, because normally it's those people who will tank their campaign because, for one, they're uninformed and they don't have a great delivery process or communication process, I should say, when it comes to speaking about you. And a lot of times people, and I don't know Raul or anything like that.
I don't know him either.
But this is what I see.
Right.
People will almost label you as a hitman.
Right.
You get out there and do the dirty work, especially, I'm going to give him the game for free.
Give him the game for free.
Especially with somebody like Leroy, since that's who he speaks a lot. Or he speaks about Victoria and...
He says Victoria's like a mother figure, too.
Okay, so he speaks about the other, as people would say, the Highland Ferry candidates, if you will. But it gets very dangerous when, let's say in Leroy Holt's case, he doesn't speak for himself.
Right.
Because I don't know, I haven't been everywhere he's been or any of that kind of stuff, but from what I see on the internet and stuff, it doesn't seem like he speaks for himself at all. He has people like Raul and a couple other people I've seen on there do not only just say, hey, well, you know, he's going to be over here, but it's like they go toe to toe with people. And so just for me, I'm not saying anything about anybody, but I don't think it takes a genius to realize, let's say if you're reading the comment section, that you're not helping him. You're actually turning people away because what people are, from what I see, people are saying, well, wow, I didn't know he acted like that. Or I didn't know this. I know, well, he lost 2 votes in this household. And so it's like, to me, it
that association.
Yeah, so if you have street smarts, and I believe you do, you would say, okay, I'm hurting this guy's reputation by acting very aggressive and adverse to people. So
right, you know, and unfortunately, I don't know too many gangsters that vote and participate in the political system.
You know what?
You know, I mean, I'm just saying, if we're talking street stuff, they don't really participate.
Well, I mean, but then it also, not to cut you off, but you know, it almost looks like Leroy can't fight his own battles.
Right.
You know, and if you're,
but he played football.
Well, I mean, so but if you're going to be sitting on the dais.
Answer these questions.
You're going to have to eventually coincide with people who have questions for you and be able to stick up for yourself a little bit. And you're not going to have these people come and say, don't talk to him like that. You're not going to have people do that. You're going to have to do that yourself.
Exactly. So, you know, just a word of advice to people out there. You've got people that are fighting behind the scenes. And don't get me wrong, just like anything else, I'm a front man. I'm going to admit that. I'm a front man. I don't get... It isn't just me out here just digging up dirt on people. There are, you know, people
there's
that...
a team.
Yeah,
there's a network.
Yeah, there's a network. And I'm the front person that puts everything up out there. And, you know, I vet everything and make sure it goes frontward. But here's one thing about me, because I am a... there's A personality, there's B personalities, right? I'm an A personality type person. I'm an extrovert. You know, what you see is what you get, basically.
You is who you is.
I am who I am. But the thing is, if you know anything about my page in the last 4 to 6 years that we've been doing this stuff, I don't bluff. Everybody knows that.
Well, I mean, in journalism, you don't want to bluff. You want to make sure you're as accurate as possible, because bluffing is what they kind of label as being yellow journalism, where you're just making up stuff for sensationalism. So,
right. So, for future reference, you get the word out there. I do not bluff. I put the stuff out there. I don't care who you vote for. Like I said, District 2, I have no dog in the fight. But the reason why I started this page is basically I felt that the baddest thing in Moreno Valley was we have low informed voters. There's not enough information on these candidates. Show up, you don't know who's backing them, dark money, all this other stuff. And now we're exposing all of that so that you can make an informed decision. I know what's going on, so so nothing's really going to affect me. I know what's happening. I live in Edgemont, so
you know what you're dealing with.
Right, I know what I'm dealing with. It can't get no worse for me in my situation. So I'm trying to talk to you people that have $400,000, $500,000 houses. You're seeing a developer coming to the town using our tax dollars as a piggy bank to enrich his property, put in these pipes, whatever. I don't know why you guys still think this project is going to be built when you haven't addressed the truck infrastructure. You've got to address that first. And until you do, this is just a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream. I know he wants the supermajority so that he can make an excuse why he can't.
Well, yeah,
do this,
but if he can get all those people on there, he's going to have a supermajority.
True, but
Moreno Valley, y'all might as well just pack up if he can.
Yeah, but then again, thank God for lawsuits and environmental things. I'm gonna put a dinosaur egg out in that property over there, and hopefully we can find something where endangered species. But again, so for all the candidates out there, I have put it out there for you. You got a platform. You want to, come on the show. We're going to get some candidates to come on the show. The beef between me and Raul, whatever you want to call it, to me, it wasn't really a beef. Like I said, you can talk about me all day, long as it's true. Speak the truth on it.
Okay.
So, and that's fine. The N word, that don't bother me. I've been called that all my life. It is what it is. I can't stop that. It bothers me, but what can I do about it? I can't throw hands with you. I can't do anything. So. But don't do that to her. But let me give you guys the game real quick. I got some information on District 2 Councilman Jeffrey Guyba. As you know, Jeffrey Guyba ran 4 years ago, and he won a nail-biter by 7 votes against Corey Jackson.
Yes.
And he's now running for mayor. Everybody knows Guyba and I have our differences. But that doesn't mean you can't be civil to people and disagree.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what? He was in the Navy. Doesn't make him a bad person, but, when you want to be with the best, you go with the Air Force, of course, and you do what you got to do. But anyway, that's just my military joke. But let me read this, a little bit of information I got for you guys that maybe have heard of him, or, if you're in that district and you want to know a little bit more about why he's running and whatever. This is what was sent to me, and I'm going to read about it. Some of his platform. So just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit of his platform. Mr. Guyba says, as District 2 Councilman for the City of Moreno Valley, I have worked to increase affordable housing, establish the city's economic development department, save the city utility $1.3 million in bond financing, negotiated for the design and build of the Heacock and Cactus channels to prevent flooding, brought in new businesses, created a nonprofit roundtable, improved public safety, reduced medical response time, and more. As mayor, I will, 1, listen to the concerns of all residents. Let me give a non-disclosure there. I'm in District 1. I called Mr. Guyba to talk about an issue. He is not my representative because, of course, Criminal Baca will never meet with me. Mr. Guyba met with me, explained and answered some questions that he didn't really have to answer. So I'm going to give him props for that because that's true. So if you got a concern, he will do that. I have no doubt about that. He institute ethical oversight and accountability because Mr. Guyba is seeing a lot of stuff that's going on in city government, and he wants to put some safeguards on that. And I've gone to his campaign kickoff, and he talked about a lot of safety features that are missing and lacking in the city hall. He wants to update our general plan for Moreno Valley's vision of the future. Whatever that is, you can ask him and to clarify and go into more detail about that. But as we know, we've changed our general plan to accommodate a warehouse that will not be built. He supports new businesses and economic development, creating quality jobs for residents. Again, you can go and clarify that a little bit more, but there have been some new businesses that have come in. You look on Day Street, right across from Riverside is why he's going to do that. A lot of businesses have been coming in that way. And he wants to improve our housing element and access to affordable homes for working families. Reduce crime, improve public safety, improve roads and public transportation. I'm going to say this. Dealing with any of these candidates that are running, if none of them have improved roads and public transportation in their presentation to you, that isn't the person that you should be voting for. Because I don't care what district that you're in, we all have bad roads. And you can never have enough money to fill those potholes. Because if we don't fill those potholes and fix our roads, how much more money are you paying to fix your car, alignment, and all that other stuff? So that's Mr. Guyba's just in general a plan, and I'm going to give props to Mr. Guyba because he didn't have to send me anything because I'm not in his district. But he wants you guys to communicate to him and let him know some of your concerns. And I believe he's going to be going to some of these forums, and you can ask him a little bit more clarity. So check him out. I don't have his website, but again, he's a councilman, so just to give him a call if you want to see what's going
Well, how
on.
come he doesn't come on the show and?
Well, we're working on that,
okay,
the schedule
gotcha.
now. Unfortunately, here's another thing, and that's a good question. You brought that out. When a certain person makes bad disclaimers toward me, that scares people off to come on the show because unfortunately, that's why me and Raul are going to court, because he made it seem that I'm playing a political game to gin up political business. You know what I mean?
No, but
Okay, well, it's public record.
I'm saying, well, you don't have to get into all
Yeah.
that because I know about that. But
Yeah.
I'm saying he's saying you're trying to make it like a political game or what business?
Well, like I said, the advertising on the show. I mean, that's costing me money.
Well, yeah, I mean, but what does that got to do with what he's doing?
Who, guy?
Raul, as far as why you guys are going to court, I guess I'm confused in that.
Well, like I said, it's he libeled me.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay,
yeah.
And by libeling me and saying that I'm behind a recall, which everybody knows, I am not behind a recall.
Got you.
That makes other candidates say, wait a minute.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute.
Absolutely.
If you're doing that, I don't want to be associated
Absolutely.
with your show
Right.
because you're playing both sides, and that's not true. I have nothing to do with recalls.
Right.
I was attacked by Radine Ayers in the Democratic Club, and they felt that I shouldn't have ran in the election because I did not knock on doors for the recall. Why would I do that? I'm not part of a recall.
Yeah, you weren't the creator or any of that. It's not your baby.
All right, it's not my baby. So again, big props to Mr. Gaiba for getting his platform out, and to you other candidates that I know you don't listen, but you don't listen. Leroy Al Bundy Holt, you can send me your platform, and I'll read it right here. I mean, people have been asking, what does this guy stand for?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. And admittedly, I don't read all the blogs, but I don't know if that's something Raul and all the other people who are defending him are they talking about his platform? Are they saying what it is he's trying to do? I mean,
He'll go the extra yard for you.
What the hell does that mean?
It's a football reference.
I know, but
I'll go the extra yard for you. He's for jobs.
what kind of jobs?
He didn't say. He's been, for the last 30 years, okay, he's been a kind of an absent type person. He hasn't been here for 30 years. What did he say? I've done real estate for 15 years. Okay, what about the other 15? What have you been doing for the other 15 years? I'm digging in on that. I'm trying to find out, what have you been doing for the other 15 years? So, a lot of questions to be asked.
Which is why I'm saying it's important for him to get up and talk for himself instead of letting somebody else do it. I mean,
but even the person that's doing it isn't saying
well, that's
anything.
what I'm saying. You're fighting with people is what you're doing, and it's turning people off. So
right. I mean, we want to hear your platform. If you don't want to, come up and speak, you don't have to. But any exposure is better than no exposure. You might say one thing that I might read off that say, "Oh, he's got my vote."
Or and if Leroy, I know you listen, but you don't listen, but you ain't gonna listen. You might come here, and you might change Donovan's mind. Or maybe his perception of you is skewed because of what he only sees on the internet or whatever. And so maybe you sit right here where I'm sitting, because I won't be sitting here. You'll be sitting right here, and then you guys can have a conversation, and then people can better understand you and see you, how can I say?
As a person.
Yeah, instead of a
football
one-dimensional
player.
person, they'll see you as more. And you
With
might,
ideas.
yeah, and you'll come to life, and come to life to people, and they'll say, "Oh well, gosh," because I know that's happened to me a lot. When I've actually talked to people who I thought was kind of and then once I've actually talked to them, like, "Oh, they're not so bad."
Well, in the last election, I can remember people that were coming on the show. They're like, I'm kind of hesitant, and then when they got on the show,
They've actually said, "Oh, I heard this and that about you, this, that, and the other." But then after the interview was over, they said, "Oh, what?
That wasn't
You're
that
a
bad.
pussycat."
Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, you got to Vaseline it up a little bit.
But I'm just saying, even from you.
Yeah.
Even excluding you, but if he was to get on here or anywhere, I don't have to be here, but somewhere so people can get to hear the candidate in his own words, deliver his own way, his own thoughts, and people can say, "Oh wow, well that person we've seen on the internet, that's not who he really is."
But I'm gonna give a quick disclaimer. Remember we were doing interviews 4 years ago or 6 years ago, wherever it was, the first recall, and what's that good buddy of mine? that African guy. Remember, he was reading. He could hear the paper as he's reading the answers.
Oh, God.
So,
What was his name?
yeah, I forgot his name, but
Was it Raymond?
yeah, Sawyer. Raymond Sawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Please, whatever. Remember that you
The
could hear
one that owned the Juice It Up.
yeah,
Yeah.
And it was funny because in the interview, as you're listening, it was a phone interview, and they called all the candidates, and you heard the paper as he's trying to answer the questions. So we're not going to let you get away with anything like that. But if that's how you want to,
Yeah, I mean, listen, ain't nobody gonna tell you how to do you.
How to do you, right?
But as long as people, because I always tell people,
Talking points.
if you know who you are, you ain't got to have no paper,
Right.
no book of, okay, well, you said you asked me this, okay, let me go to page 130, where that answer, dude, you know who you are.
Right.
At this point in the game, you should know why you're running. Somebody should be able to, which they will.
Wait, D, because it's time.
Now, you know you didn't have to go there. You went too far.
No, I'm just saying.
You took it too
No, but
far.
I'm just saying, it's just time.
You took it too
Sometimes.
damn far.
Go
Okay?
ahead.
We didn't have this conversation.
Yes,
about you going too
yes,
far.
I'm sorry about that. But
People should be able to run into you. I can't stand you. People should be able to run into you at the grocery store, which they will,
Yes.
and say, "Hey,
Yes.
you're the guy that's on that big old poster outside of Winco.
You're
Can
the
I
guy
ask you some questions?"
that cheated a little bit and put your signs out there a couple of days before. But you know what? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. What's your platform about?
Right, and so what you gonna be like? Hold on, I got the manual in the car. Can you wait?
Yeah. But
You're going to have to be able to say, well, I'm glad you asked. My name is such and such,
Right.
and I'm running for district whoop-de-whoop.
you give them too much game.
Oh,
They
okay.
got to pay for that. They got to
Okay.
pay for that.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to.
Sometimes I get carried away. I don't want to get a game away. Got it.
Knowledge like that, it ain't
Got it.
free.
Okay.
But my point is, if you're going to come on the radio show, we don't have a problem with you. We can't tell you how to run your campaign. If you want your talking points there, I mean, Trump uses it, Bush used it. You can have your talking points. But the thing is, I'm going to ask you questions that are probably not on your talking point thing.
And you should still be able to say this, that, the other, or, whatever. Mm-hmm. It should never be a total gotcha moment. Because then that's what people hate to, when they do that too. Oh, this is a gotcha interview. How? I asked you what color suit you were wearing for the debate, and you didn't even know.
And who paid for it? You know what I mean?
Now that's a gotcha question.
That's
none of your business.
Right. And another question you guys got to realize is, if you saw the page, The Dark Knight, Gordon Tucker put a picture out that kind of brought a lot of questions to a lot of people in regards to the Highland Fairview 3, which is Cabreras, Idiot Gutierrez, and Criminal Baca sharing a headquarters.
Oh, I saw that.
And doing that. Now, is that a possible Brown Act violation? It could be. So we got to really start looking at what's going on here because...
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Because this is just how I think. Damn all that. Even if it is a Brown Act violation, what y'all going to do?
Well, you know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do.
The picture's out there.
Right.
They're potentially violating some laws. Now what?
You know what I'm going to do.
I know, but I just like to ask that question because I think a lot of times we get wrapped up into
look at that.
and then it's like, okay, well, now what?
Now what?
Are there going to be any action plans implemented to stop them, or is there going to be any changes? Because from what I see, they're just going unchecked. They're just doing whatever they want, and it's not right. But nobody's really able to do anything, so it seems.
Well, again, and that leads me into the next question. We have a city council meeting tonight. How many of you guys have heard of an amphitheater that they have approved between the city attorney, the city manager, and the Highland Fairview 3? They've approved an amphitheater in Moreno Valley. Now, wasn't that one of the things I ran on?
Like an entertainment type
a civic center. Remember I said a civic center. We're the second biggest. We don't have one now. Wait.
Where are y'all gonna put it?
I have. They want to put it right off of Alessandra, in that area.
By the freeway over there?
Yeah, well, not by the freeway. Alessandra, right here in the front.
Okay.
All the way down. Remember that, like where the post office is in that kind of area?
Oh,
but
yeah,
down,
yeah.
But down
Yeah.
farther. But
Okay.
it's off Alessandra. But here's my question. I've heard of it. Some other people have heard of it. This thing has come out. How come Councilman Marquez and Gaiba did not hear about it until an email was sent to them in regards to inviting them to the groundbreaking ceremony?
Aren't they on the dais with the other three?
And how could this decision be made without public discussion?
Well, see what happened is if you have the majority on the dais, you don't need to do that per se.
Right.
Because, who gonna check us? We got the majority.
Exactly, but that's a violation. Everything has to be done in the Open Acts violation. So I just got an email, and that's another thing. If you're listening to this broadcast, you can hear us live and you can interact with us, and we will, just like the Demetra K Show, we can respond. And District 4 candidate Shaylinda Bernard, who just recently had a baby. I'm talking about this woman is a super woman, beautiful baby. Keep
on going.
Keep on going. She just said that she came on the show, and I'm going to quote her exactly as she said, "Your show wasn't that bad when I did it. People are scared over nothing." Exactly, and that's exact quote. So, there it is. And she was a brand new candidate that had heard things about me, and it was not that bad at all. Like I said, we're here to just inform people. I'm not saying all news is good news, but...
Yeah, you're not going to come on here and people, and Donovan's going to be, aha! Well, I heard, no, you son of a bitch. No, you liar. Nah.
Yeah, this is not the Rush Limbaugh show.
Yeah, none of that kind of stuff.
Right.
He might say that behind your back.
Yeah. Well, once you leave and you go about your business,
No, it's a friendly atmosphere. Right. Very, very inviting. But, if you've watched anything like Meet the Press or any of the other shows, why would you want to go on a platform where they're not going to, I understand why people go on Sean Hannity's show. People
softball questions.
Softball. So you like blue or pink? So you as a candidate, you want people to take you to task because you should be wanting to do a good job for the constituents, right?
Exactly.
You want people to know that you can take the pressure.
And if you're a good candidate, and not all candidates need a PR person, but the first thing that I did when I got into politics, I got me a PR person, and I said, Dee. She's not a political person. She's a PR person. I said, I don't know anything about politics. I got to get it polished. And she polished me up. And then once it was all over, I reverted to myself.
Yeah, he's back. Although there's some things you don't do that you used to do.
Right, exactly. So it's, I
had to put him in a couple of headlocks.
Right. We were sparring. There was no doubt. We were sparring. But I'm telling you, money well spent. And if you're a person like Al Bundy Holt, what's one of the main things you always say? Don't let other people define you. Yeah,
you got to get ahead of that quick because there's people out there waiting. Oh, he's going to run. Okay, let's get the shovel, start digging.
Start digging.
And it's, put that out there. And unfortunately, Al Bundy, that's kind of sticking. And he, again, has not come out to say, I'm Leroy Holt, and this is who I am. People are calling me Al Bundy, which I understand why, but blah, 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 blah.
Well, I'll go the extra yard for you.
What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Define what that means. But now you're Al Bundy, which that's exactly what Al Bundy did. He talked about his football career 30 years ago when he ran 4 touchdowns. And,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now you're a shoe salesman, which no shade to that, but...
Yeah.
And your wife won't cook for you.
Right. And I don't believe Mr. Holt is married, so...
Oh, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Al Bundy.
Right. But in District 2, there's a lot of candidates, a lot of people jumping into it. People have asked me over and over again, who would I think is going to win that? I don't want to give any...
Stranger things have happened.
I don't want to give any caveats to anybody because I might hurt their campaign or whatever, but I will tell you who shouldn't win, and that's Leroy Holt.
But, like I said, stranger things happen because you've said, and a lot of other people said who shouldn't win, and those people won.
Exactly. So, so good luck to everybody that wants to do that. Again, you are more than welcome to come on the show. Tell us your platform. Don't curse me out. Curse her out.
Don't curse me out either.
Yeah. So, and we will do that. But in the second hour, Dee, what are we talking about in the second hour?
We are talking about fighting back while black, and we're going to talk a little bit about the VMAs. I didn't watch the VMAs, but I have a point that I'm going to draw with that. So.
Okay, great. Now you guys stand by again. Please continue to like and share all the great web pages. Real quick, Aja Smith is going to be debating Mark Takano.
Oh, he confirmed?
I don't know if he confirmed, but I saw the thing and I put it up on the page.
Nice.
I think that would be awesome if you guys we can all go and support Aja Smith. And if you don't support it, you don't support it. But I'm going to be there.
Why do you look at me like that?
I'm going to be there because...
she might change my mind. mind.
Right, exactly.
By hearing her platform, she might change my mind.
And that's the only way you're going to get people to
Like I
change their
said,
mind.
I've changed my mind plenty of times on different people. So.
Right. So all and again, I'm going to stand by this. Highland Fairview candidates do not show up to open events unless they control the
they
narrative.
really don't show up.
They don't show up. So don't be surprised by that. But we're going to get that into the second hour. Again, Shaylinda, thank you for all the support that you give. Beautiful baby, superwoman. Please do not go out there before your time. Listen to the doctor. Let your team handle what needs to be going on. We just need you to show up when it's time to debate and talk and do what you got to do. Just take it easy, enjoy that baby, and get ready for 18 years. 18 years of just doing it. So anyway.